Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Mark 47. They can't hang with us.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Set up. 60 or. Check toe team, spell. Patsy.
On second down now, it's Ellis. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rock Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Here we go. 180! Check back 47. Watch the slap.
On second down, a run with Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 80! I know he ain't got it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Caleb Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Check tight end. Check tight.
2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, those 2 have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Curley. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. 54. 3 buds.
Off play action. Curley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Hey, let's go. 90 is the mic. He's time to win.
Looking to throw. Curley. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
Now Thomas. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They do not score.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. These two teams all tied after 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
Back to throw. Curlin, he's got Evans. He's at the 50. And all the way down to the 29.
Come on, man. Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 49ers, 26.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 54. 54. Let's go. Bravo. Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Check, check. Watch what he thought. Watch what he thought. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Curley. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
2,
Throwing on 3rd and long. Curley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some strong running. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They run with Thomas. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On the set. Mike's by 4. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Throwing on 1st down. Curley. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Ellis. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check 55, Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. Watch 85.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Saints will have the football back. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
On first down, Curley. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Ready.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Curley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Breida. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 80! Defense wins championships, baby!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 1st down, Ellis. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Your track. Right there. Yep. 54, right there. 54, Mike. He can't hang. He's not getting caught.
Operating from the gun. Curley firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Thomas. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st down, New Orleans.
We go. 60 Pittsburgh. This is me and you. 90 is a Mike. Let go.
On 1st and 10, Curley. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
To Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit. 90 is a Mike. I got you. Big trip.
On the ground, it's Thomas. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check, 56. 56. Mike, 56, right there. Ready?
From the gun, Curley. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down, Saints.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Ellis, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
On the ready.
54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Snap.
Operating from the gun. Curley, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
From the gun, Curley to Valdes-Scantling over the middle. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Got it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
56 is the mark. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 56 the mark, boys. 56. Check. 50.
Roll out.
Coming to you. Coming to you. Switch. Switch.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Curley. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Go, go.
90 is a mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Shit.
Throwing on 1st down. Curley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Thomas. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Ready. 50, plant.
Here we go. Watch 7.
Looking to throw. Curley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
5.
Off the play fake. Curley. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3. Three down.
Hey, team 6.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch twins.
Ready.
They'll try the left side. Ellis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go, set. 15 line. 15 line. Rip right. Hey, high 7. 56, 5.
From the gun, Curley. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, it's Ellis. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
49ers 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 55. I'm on.
Here's Breida. And they can't bring him down. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on now, let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
We got this.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. 90 is the mic.
Yo. Hey, wahoo! Get.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now,